Welcome back. We're here to preview Saturday's Premier League game between West Ham and Newcastle. Miles, let's start with Newcastle. Another win last time.
Yet another win, yeah. 6 in a row now. Superb run of form, isn't it? We moved from the bottom of the table up to level on points with the top four now. They could end the weekend in the Champions League places, which if you told people that 2 months ago, they would have laughed at you. It was a ridiculous run of form they're on, really. Pardew's suddenly gone to the Messiah when everyone wanted him out a couple of months ago. And the last win against QPR, that was another. It was only 1-0, but it was a good one. Sissoko got the goal. He's been central to their upturning fortunes recently. And QPR, they came into the match, they dropped to the bottom because of the defeat, but they've had good performances, even if the results haven't been going that well. They drew with Man City. They put in good performances in defeats against Liverpool and Chelsea. So that wasn't an easy game for Newcastle, but they overcame the test and they did really well. They'd be full of confidence right now.
Definitely, and of those 6 wins, 3 of them came against City, Liverpool and Spurs. So it's not that they're just beating the teams down near the bottom, they're beating good teams as well. And they must be in such a confident mood at the moment. And the fixtures, even though they played City, Liverpool and Spurs, they don't really get any easier in December. They play Chelsea, Arsenal, United and Everton in December. So, the tough fixtures keep on coming for them, but they certainly won't fear any of the big teams. Beating the likes of City, Liverpool and Spurs, they'll go to places like play against teams like Chelsea, top of the table, and they won't fear them at all. And the teams like Chelsea and Arsenal, United, they'll play Newcastle and be really worried about them because you look at their team and you think they've done so well to win 6 in a row here, but definitely a team to fear at the moment.
Yeah, especially defensively, they're looking very sound at the moment. They've only conceded 1 goal in those 6 wins, which is a superb form for a team who was struggling so much at the beginning of the season. Colaccini's out for this one. We're worried about their defence going into the QPR game because Colaccini and Stephen Taylor, who had been rocks at the back during that winning run, were both out. Stephen Taylor might be back for this one, as might Tiote. Both important players for a game like this. It's good. West Ham, they're not the prettiest team to watch. You'll know that you're in a game against them. They'll battle you. So those sort of players are important, and it could be good to get them back for this one.
Definitely, I think West Ham. The fans have been calling for prettier football this season. And, they have had games where they have played quite well. The win against City at Upton Park, that was particularly good. But last week against Everton, they got beat 2-1 at Goodison Park, and it was much more of a traditional Allardyce performance. They were very physical. They were missing some key players, but in that defeat at Everton, they sort of reverted back to their old ways that, don't impress the fans. It might eke out draws and, tight wins here and there, but they certainly weren't that impressive against Everton. They resorted to quite physical tactics and, coming up against a team like Everton, one of the best passing teams in the league under Martinez, Allardyce might have just thought, we can't really outpass or outplay this team here. So maybe that's why he went a bit more physical, but the fans watching that game wouldn't have been very impressed, and they'll want to see a definitely improved performance, passing-wise here.
Yeah, but I don't think they can have too many complaints at the moment. West Ham's 6th in the table. No one expected them to do that, but they're only 1 point off the top 4 themselves. Been a really good start to their season. They are without a win in the last 3 now, so maybe there's a slump happening at the moment. And they're missing some key players for this one. You mentioned missing key players for Everton, but Downing's out, Kouyate's out, Song's out, Valencia's out, Saka might be back, which would be a plus. Reed suspended, so there's a lot of problems there for them to sort as well.
Yeah, a lot of problems, but do you think they can beat Newcastle here? What's your prediction?
Really tough one to call for me. West Ham hard to judge at home, really, and Newcastle in such good form. I can see this one ending all square. I'm going to go for 1-1, I think.
1-1. I think. Yeah, I just think West Ham's problems at the moment, they weren't great against Everton last week, and given how much Newcastle just flying, I think Newcastle, their form, I think they might just edge it. So I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. It's got 1 draw and a slim Newcastle win. Thanks for watching.